Hi, my name is Ian Taylor, and this screencast is just going to go over the IP releases, so the information surrounding your project and how to add that to the project and how to edit it. So I set up this project called IP Demo Project, and I'm going to launch that. So let's go into that. It doesn't have an overview yet, but if we go into the craft menu here, this is set up at the moment to look at the IP view. So you can toggle between the flow view, which has the discussion, or the IP view, which also has the discussions around that. So you can do one of a few things. You can edit the IP, or you can visualize the IP. So let's look at the edit first. So the edit screen basically has it's a wizard, and you just go through the various different parts of the wizard to kind of enter the information. So let's go through this one by one. So the basic information contains things like core name, description. So this is a NRC 6171 IEEE Wi-Fi core. The category is wireless communication, and the subcategory is 802.1.1. And then there's attributes that you can that are specific to this particular category, i.e. Wi-Fi. Which expects certain values. So the value is 802.1.1, the frequency band is 2.4 gigahertz, and the data rate is this, and there's various kind of attributes down here that you can add. So that's basically the general information about this core. And then the common attributes are the various kind of attributes that are common to all of these. These are not applicable to this particular one. And then there's also the specifications, so the standard 802.1.1, the clockwork frequency, and so forth. So there's various. So basically, to enter the IP information, you just go through this wizard step by step, and you answer all the questions and fill in everything that you want to fill in and everything that's relevant, and then you click Save here, and that will save it to the repository. Now, if we go here, if I change this, so if I change this and put a space between NRC and 6187, as soon as I do that, what happens is that the IP core has unsaved changes will appear after a couple of seconds on the top. That will indicate that you've made changes, and it will prompt you to save them. So let us take a look at that. So this is the core name, and we've just put a space in there, and we're going to save that to the repository. Now let's visualize this. So if we click on visualize, you notice that this is automatically updated, the NRC with the space there, 6171. And the visualization is very similar to the flows if you look at the design flows, because at each of these boxes, so this is basically a semiconductor IP cores, this is a wireless communication 802.1.1, and then this is the name, and then there's the various kind of attributes in the system. So you can click on any of these. So if you click on this will give a description of this particular this particular core. There's no description available on the top part because they're just categories, but if you click on these bottom components, then it basically renders all of the information you input into the IP edit screen. It renders here. So here we have the vendor implementation, we have specifications in a much more readable format, and we also have design support, we have level of maturity, and we have the file system. And the file system has several different tabs, and you can click through those and see a nice overview of this particular description of the IP for this core. Thank you.